Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday night. It is April 25th, 2025, and we have a full stack lineup of breaks tonight. A couple things are still open right now. I was tagging people on the break, so I figured it was worth trying to have you all just listen to me going click, 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 click. I already got that problem in my head right now. Hey, Kathy. Oh, I always love my Ghost Rider. Definitely far my favorite Marvel character. Fixing the camera here. What's up, Michael? Welcome to your first time breaks. Obviously, you just got the Commanders, so obviously, first time people getting our breaks, true to form for. All right. I got our tags in, so it's going to put the announcements up. Joe, what's up, Tanner? So it's going to post the lineup again. Tops football. Bowman U basketball. And then baseball mixer. All right. I'm going to give you the links. Bowman U technically has 2 spots open, but there's a person who's new that hasn't paid yet, and they can't message them. So I'm not confident that payment's coming in. So there might be 3 spots open in Bowman U. 2 spots. Bowman U will run their random and run after this break. That's Bowman U basketball. Let's just give you all the link for it. All right. The mini for baseball also has quite a few spots left, but all right, let me get this first. The Bowman U link, just in case anybody wants to think about once they want to jump in on that. Well, we'll see how quick we get through it. Some of these aren't going to take very long to rip through. Honestly, I think Cosmic's got the most cards out of these 3 boxes. All right. Let's see. All right, so we will bring back the serial number challenge tonight. Serial number challenge is pretty simple. I'll put one number between 1 and, I don't know, let's go 299, maybe. I'm trying to think what would be the highest numbered stuff. Oh, well, technically, I guess it's 699 because Heritage High Number has cards up to 699. So one number between 1 and 699. If your spot hits, you'll get yourself $5 break credit. So go ahead and put that in the comment section, and I will write it down, and you can hit it multiple times. All right, and our Superfractor bounty is up for tonight. We've got 2 chances at the Superfractor. So we're just going to go ahead and we're going to bump that bounty up to $355. If we hit a Superfractor tonight and you happen to be the winner of the Superfractor, you will get yourself $355 in break credit to use on anything here. Brian, did you send me your mini payment? Oh, hi, by the way. One quick second.
violent matches in WrestleMania history. The Priest, I know you're not here today. We're not going to see you for a while, so I want to take a moment to say thank you.
By the way, Kathy, Brian Tanner is our graphics artist right now and doing a lot of our graphics artwork. I saw your 30. I didn't, but you might have sent it after the fact. Yeah, I don't have your mini. I only got your break payment. Correct, Kathy. You are correct. Brian, we got to figure out what day I'm going to see you. I got to figure out when my flight is, too. All right, Tanner's got number 72. David Samuels going for the very nice number 1. Kathy's going 99. I got Michael Vaines doing 61. And then I got Jaw doing 17. TJ at 102. Brian Tanner's going 57. Brian does have a knack for that. It's 3 blocks for me? Oh. Gotcha. Wait, one ain't going to. Right. Okay, so you want to do 19. All right, so I'll change you over to 19. All right, very good. All right, so upper right-hand corner. Thank you, sir. Yeah, so what I was going to do is here. If you're interested in getting into Bowman U, that is the Bowman U link. And that's 26 a spot. I'm going to put 2 parentheses 3 because I don't think I'm going to hit. Left, that will run tonight. And then the mini for baseball is... How many spots left is that mini? There we go. All right, there is approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 spots left. I will take what's ever left over. So there's 12 left. And I will share that link with you all here. All right. Women's United States champion. Where did that come? Honestly, Byron, I know I'm known to have a big mouth, and I always got something to say. All right. There we go. Dickies Arena, I can see from my hotel room. Okay. I gotta figure out when, like I said, I gotta figure out when I'm landing. I think I'm taking off at like 11 something, so I think I land around 3. So if I do that, I would probably say Monday's a better day for me than Thursday. But either way. All right. So in the upper right-hand corner you have here, we've got, so I did Inception as the first one because that was going to be a solo box of having the Commanders. The Cosmic, I've got Brad for the first half, so we'll do the top 2. Michael, you've got the bottom 2, so all the packs in the bottom 2 of that box will be yours for the Commanders. And then Kelsey, Ken, and Tanner. So we'll go left to right, each 2 packs, each getting the Commanders. Fort Worth, Texas. I got a work trip I got to do. So Lisa's actually going to be your breaker Monday night. I think I've got what she's breaking Monday night. We actually found some more Optic today. So I think she's going to do the blasters of Optic. And I just got Select Baseball in today. So I think I'm going to post that for Sunday for Monday. We'll take Wednesday off I'll talk to her if she wants to try it Tuesday for Wednesday. And then we'll kind of hit it hard on Friday when I get back. Probably a lot more of the cosmic. All right. So we'll have our schedule go up, and I'll make all the notations of that accordingly. All right. 2, 2, and 2. I don't know if I did something to my ears or if they were doing it and now I'm just paying way too much attention to my ears and now I'm like, or it's my allergies or what. But like I went leaf blowing and then after I did my leaf blower, my ears were ringing a bit and I was like, happens, but I'll be okay. It's not the first time I've done that. And then I just keep hearing the ringing in my ears. And, if everything goes really quiet, I hear it. I tried cleaning out my ears, but I've been on antihistamines, decongestants. So I don't know. I feel like half of it's more mental than it is physical. Like physically something. Because I actually did one of those hearing tests from YouTube, like where it pitches all the sounds. Did that for myself. And I'm like, I can hear all the frequencies. But the ringing is not going to affect the frequencies. I don't know. All right, here we go. So this is going to be Kelsey's 2-packs for the Commanders. So if anybody has knows anything special about ears, I would love to hear it. All right, here we go. Edgerrin Cooper, Will Shipley, Malik Neighbors, very nice, going out to the Giants. Chop Robinson, Chuck Foreman. Yeah, that's going to be a Laddie McConkey on the rare rookie. And then we're going to get a Generals Matt Hasselback. Then you're going to get a Caleb Williams for the Bears. Very nice. On the Topps team finest. Who doesn't want to focus? There you go. Then we're going to get a Michael Hall Jr. and a Chop Robinson on the uncommon. Yeah, I mean, pollen's been absolutely atrocious down here. I worry about my ears. I don't want to have ringing for the next 80 years of my life. They haven't really gone away either. But like I said, I feel like it's almost more mental than it is physical. And I didn't put any pop filters in. God, what a noob I am. Of course, if I drown myself in other sounds, I'm like, hey, there it all goes. I don't hear them anymore if I drown myself in other sounds. I feel like if I don't pay attention to it, then I'm like, okay, it's not bothering me. But as soon as I try to think about it at all, then it's like it gets louder. I was just curious. Wow. So I don't know. Oh, wait, what? Or they're in the third round already. Wow. The Giants took another defensive tackle. Why? They got more tackles than they know what to do with right now. So did the Browns take Shadur? No. So the Browns didn't take Shadur Sanders. Wow. So Shadur Sanders has still not been picked in the draft. Wow, that's kind of wild. I don't know if any of you all saw, but he had this whole massive room built, and he had all these hats, and he's got legendary written on everything, and he's got all this stuff. Like he's thinking he's going round 1 for sure, top 5. Falls out of the first round. The Browns don't pick up a quarterback. And you could see he thought he was going to get picked up by the Giants when that's one Caleb Williams there. You thought he was going to get picked up by the Giants when they traded up. And sure enough, the Giants go with Jackson Dart. And the thing was, though, is during the combine stuff. What's up, Al? During the combine and everything, Deion Sanders was going around laughing at the Giants and mocking them. Well, what do you think the Giants are going to do? You think the Giants are going to respond to that? Well, and seriously, I think that hurt him. That the arrogance of him has really. That's why he's still not picked going into the third round. I mean, he is Roger Craig, Keenan McCardell, Tim Tebow, Mike Singletary, Ray Lewis. And for the Kansas City Chiefs, how about a rare to 150? Was that the one when he was that the one where he was saying like all his speech to all his people in his draft room? I mean, if he thought he was going top 5, wasn't he? Why wasn't he in Green Bay with all the other top picks? Why was he at home? All right. Well, you've got yourself a solid running back, though. Oh, did they? Oh, yeah, look at that. So he got even bumped down behind a guy that didn't even know. I do too, Alan. Roman Wilson. There's a Roger Craig. Ooh, Drake May, X-Fractor on the uncommon. Nice for the Patriots. It is a common, but it's an X-Fractor. Nice. And a Steve Young. Well, the thing I like about Jackson Dart is I feel like there's a lot more humility there. And I think the fact is he is not going to start. He is not he is going to play extremely little this first year. They've got Wilson. They've got what can I say? Winston, Jamias Winston. But I think that's doing it right. Take a young kid, put him behind some veterans. I mean, whatever you say about Russell Wilson, he is a Super Bowl quarterback. So he has a lot of knowledge to share. And, Malik Neighbors is going to love if Jamias Winston just starts chucking balls down the field. All right, second round, no Commanders for Kelsey. Ken Huber is up for his Commander packs. We got Quinion Mitchell, Cade Stover, Johnny Wilson, Andre Reed, and first autograph, Santana Moss for the Jets, Ken Huber. How about that? He didn't get a Commander, but he got his team. Well, I figured as much. Dallas Turner to 200 also for the Vikings. I mean, it was a weird signing, right? You get Jamias Winston and then Russell Wilson behind it. Yeah, I think it will. Boy, could you imagine if he went undrafted? I mean, that would be wild if he went undrafted. I mean, the Browns are up again now. The Browns are on the clock again. I mean, in third round, the Browns could still try to take him. And frankly, the Browns were a team quarterbacks go to, destroy their careers. They've produced some good quarterbacks, but they've had to leave Cleveland in order to do it. Baker Mayfield being one of them. And I mean, we could go down the laundry list of folks. All right. Continuing on here, we got a Terrific Tom Brady here going for the Buccaneers on the team finest. Joe Theismann. There's one for Ken for the Commanders there. Jatavian Sanders, X-Fractor rookie, and Will Shipley. I mean, man, the Jaguars really wanted Travis Hunter. And I mean, good on them. I thought it was interesting, though, is the Giants made a pretty serious offer to the Titans to take the third pick. And the Titans wanted nothing to do with it. And it tells you that the Will Levis experiment is over. There is no it wasn't really an experiment. It's just, well, the Raiders are up now. Kathy, you might still have Shadur Sanders. Yeah, just saw that pop up. I got the draft over here on my left. I'm curious to see how far he falls because he ain't going to go to the Patriots. He ain't going to go to the Lions. If the Saints have already drafted a quarterback, then they're probably not going there. Could he go to the Jets? Ooh. All right. Ken's got another one coming up here. Ethan's in fine form today. I can hear him. All right. We got Cade Stover. I'm not sorry. That's Chad Johnson. What the hell am I doing? Oh, I know. And so they're like, he's going to go number one. He's going to go number one. It's like, no, he's not. You don't think he won't go past the third round? Chad Johnson, Earl Campbell, Jim Everett, Lulu Latu. Ooh, we got one of the finest. I made the mistake thinking these were superfractors, but they're not. But these are typically really good autos. This is the last high science class I have. Jalen Polk to 99. That is 91. Oh, yeah, I should check those other one numbers here. Xavier Worthy was 48. Anyone else 48? Nope, no 48. And 181. Kelsey, you should get in. He's not going to the Jets. All right, these have been typically extremely good autographs. Steelers, maybe. Maybe. I did say that. Come on, focus. All right, these have been absolutely fantastic autographs. So there's a really good chance this could be a May, a Daniels, a Bo Nix, a Caleb. So let's see here. Finest prospects. Or Brock Bowers? Brock Bowers, 98 of 99, going to the Raiders. Kelsey. Nice hit there. Brock Bowers, 98 and 99. That's a solid hit right there. Kelsey and Mr. Trokey both want 17. You guys got it. That's 3 people with 17 tonight. Jaws also got 17 as well. Darren Porter just got drafted by the Raiders, so he ain't it. All right. So nice Brock Bowers autograph there. Kathy's showing me her 1967 Mickey Mantle card. Alan's got 23. Hold on. I think my wife's yelling at me. Hold on a second. Well, definitely my ears are playing tricks on me. Thought I heard her call my name. Heard my name called. Oof. All right. So let me put those down. So I got Kelsey and David. 17s each. And Alan. Kelsey wants a 19. All right, Kelsey, you can have 19 then. I mean, you can still have 17. You all can be on the same. I mean, at this point, you have to kind of think that, right? Could you imagine if he went undrafted? How wild would that be if he goes undrafted? That'll tell you. That would tell you where arrogance gets you. All right, we have the Jalen Polk to 91 of 99. And Sean's here. He's going to do 39. All right. $91 and 99. All right, finishing off this pack, we've got Frank Gore Jr., running back. That's not bad. I mean, it's a Mickey Mantle. Steve Young, X-Fractor, Jatavian Sanders, X-Fractor, and a Malik Neighbors on the uncommon. Nice. All right. Tanner's got the Commanders in these 2 packs. So let's see. Kyle Williams, wide receiver. Man, he might drop. Boy, could you imagine if he went undrafted? I mean, I've heard that too, but the Raiders already picked. They picked a cornerback. I wonder if at some point the teams go, oh, whatever. I mean, he ain't going to get. Well, that's the other thing, right? Is he skipped pro day at the combine. Larry Johnson, Edgerrin James, Brett Favre, Luke Kutchell, Michael Vick, Roger Staubach, 3 of 15 for the Dallas Cowboys. Michael Vaines. Well, there you go. 3 of 15 for the Roger Staubach. Very nice. I don't know if I'm saying that right. If I'm saying Vaines or Vines. If I say your name wrong, I apologize. But 3 of 15. Nice. Jerry Rice. Bucky Irving for the Bucks on the X-Fractor. Braylon Trice and Lulu Latu. Is that who the Yankees closer is this year? Oh, the Saints are back up. Will they draft another quarterback? That's okay. My last name gets butchered all the time, too. I try not to. Sean's got plenty of Mickey Mantles. Adrian Peterson, Xavier Worthy again for the Chiefs. Very nice. Brock Bowers, rookie. Jaden Daniels for Tanner. And Caleb Williams. Ray Davis on the rare. Spencer Rattler on the field generals. Jonathan Brooks, finest debuts. Audric Esteen, X-Fractor, rookie. And a Jaden Hicks. You can almost count. You almost know exactly when that Jaden Daniels is coming through. Like you can see it coming. Sean, you could just make a post with all your mantles. You could probably have a post alone with them, with so many. All right. I'm very excited for this next box because Cosmic Anything is definitely a personal favorite of mine. Now, obviously, with Cosmic, you don't get guaranteed autographs per boxes, but we are looking for those Planetary Pursuit cards. I did happen to notice, unlike basketball, it did not say anything about cases and how many Planetary Pursuits you may get in a case or not. So, Daniels for Williams. You already have that, Williams, Tanner. But that's between you and whoever has the Bears. All right. Very excited for Cosmic. Very excited to see what this is. The break costs on these on eBay are going insane. There is only 10 players and 8 teams that have chances at Cosmics or Planetary Pursuits. All right. So, Brad, you are going to get the top row. I mean, he might be comped down to a Tommy DeVito by the time this is all done. Now the Giants have 4 quarterbacks. All right, those are going to be Brad's. And Mike, these are yours to have. You're not my dad. Yeah, please don't call me daddy. All right, empty box. All right, so here is your very first look at Topps Cosmic. Unless you've been in another break, it's my first look at Topps Cosmic. Super excited for this one. Brad's got the Commanders in this box. Good luck, everybody. If Peyton Manning will actually focus here. There we go. Peyton Manning, Jonathan Taylor, Eli Manning, Edgerrin Cooper. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what the ratio is on these. I don't necessarily agree that these are more expensive than Finest. I think they should be compared to Finest. I call Tim Daddy. He hates it. Santana Moss, and we have a, what is that? Is that a Stardust? No, it can't be a Stardust. What the heck is this? Okay, I have no idea what this is. This is the first time I've seen this. Oh, wait. Cosplay. What in the world? Is that a Neighbors? No. That's a John Elway cosplay. Huh. I don't know if that's a short print or if that's a case hit or if it's just an insert, but it's kind of cool. John Elway on the cosplay. Penix, not in Tops. Penix is only in Panini. That's why Vikings and Falcons were so down comparatively to all the other teams. Found that out the hard way. Troy Aikman and Jalen Polk. I got my Uptown Penix. That's actually why I've been trying to mix in some Panini with some Topps products. I got a full case of Cosmic, Tanner. I'm gonna do two just to help with the focus. I got a full case of Cosmic. I do have some up at the card shop, but I do have 6 boxes. I kept 7 boxes here. So Matthews, Marshall Falk. Apparently not. Him and JJ are exclusive to Panini. Don Beebe, Murphy. So Michael Vick is like the Topps Falcons guy. Terrell Owens, Fouts. Will Levis launched into orbit. He's probably yeah, I'm sorry. I found out the hard. That's why they're priced so much lower. Will Levis on the launch into orbit. He's going to be launched into the unemployment line here now. Smith. Hey, be glad you didn't pay $80 for him and then find out, because that's kind of how I found out. I was like, oof. All right. Still got Brad's side for the Commanders. We've got a Keyshawn Johnson. Drake May launched into orbit. Nice. And then a Neighbors Worthy Coleman. Might have to random that one. Xavier, unless we get another one. Yeah. Sorry. I mean, if you hit a Michael Vick 1 of 1, I mean, it'll all be worth it because you'll got the Superfractor. Hey, at least you got the Brock Bowers tonight, so that makes up for a lot of it. Vernon Broughton. Landon Jackson just got picked by the Bills. So Drake May launched into orbit. Very nice. Trade for the Falcons. Everyone picked their team, so I think everyone's good. You can't, no trades after the break started running. Donovan McNabb, Wilson, Johnson, and Troy Franklin. Oh, wait, and I still didn't finish this stack. Ha. All right, so I have to rerun that. Jordan. Jones Drew. Sims, Billy Sims, McCaffrey, and Keenan Coleman. All right, Brad's got 3 packs left. So Cosmic's obviously going to be one of those ones where it's going to be tricky, right? We're going to get an auto, we're going to get a big numbered card, we're going to get a case hit, or we might get skunked. Without those guarantees, that makes it a little bit harder, but if we do them with like Inception or other products that have those guarantees, then I figure it's a little bit easier to do it. So Hester, Bruce Smith, Star Command, Jim Kelly, Ora Hora Horo. There's a Falcon. Brett Favre. Looks like we got a number to 50 coming up here. Chad Johnson. see. That is a Jermaine Burton, 28 of 50. No, number 28. 28 of 50, Jermaine Burton for the Bengals. Nice. Oh, Dylan Murphy's going to the side here. All right. Jonathan Brooks, Everett, Hall, Galaxy's Greats, Jerry Rice, and Jenkins. Oops, that's not what I want to see. Hayden, sure. We can do that. All right. Wrong Bengal. Yeah, no kidding. All right. We are going now. This is Michael. These are your packs for the Commanders. Do about 3 at a time here. All right, Michael, you're up for the Commanders. Lawrence Taylor for the Giants. Brown for the Raiders. Dan the Man Marino, Star Command. Wilson for the Eagles. Molds. Suggs. Culpepper. Drake May for the Patriots. Another one for the Patriots. It's 3 Mays for May. May and the Patriots. So, congrats, Patriots. Staubach, Williams, star clusters of Brooks, Benson, Corum. So normally I'll do these left to right. If it's not a big card, I may have to do that with the neighbors and Worthy. And Sanders, Tavian Sanders. All right. Tanner, why were you asking how many Cosmic did I get? Are you just wondering how many breaks of this I'm going to do? Your package is gone. Your package is in the mail. It is headed your way. Picked up today. Tanner, your box is going out tomorrow. And so Chad Nugent's. All right, here we go. Drew Brees, TJ Watt, Atwater, Lob. Manley, that is a Commander. So that'll go to Michael. Troy Aikman, launched into orbit. Terrell Owens, Galaxy. Wilson, Sproles, Williams, Owens, Terrell Owens on the green speckle. That is 8. Nobody picked 8. 8 of 75 in the color match, too, with a cowing behind it. Well, I really want to see a planetary. I've got 2 baseball planetaries, 1 basketball planetary. Now I need a football planetary. But my goodness, I cannot get into those EBIT breaks. Oof. They are rough on the wallet there. If you want one of the planetary teams. I think we're going to leave him there. All right. Well, yeah, you got your new stack going now. Because I still have to sort from last Friday. I'm a little behind on sorting. I actually have Monday's breaks all sorted because there was only one Monday. All right. No Jaden Daniels yet. Let's do the last 4 boxes here. Only one commander coming out of this set so far. All right. I don't know how many command series we'll see. Like I said, I got 5 boxes up at the card shop, and we'll see if they sell. I just actually stocked them up today, but we have 7 of these, including tonight's one, to do for breaks. So this basically, you guys have the first box in the bottom half for breaks right now for the Cosmics. All right, we've got Johnson. Hall, there's another commander. Ryans. Arnold. Corbett. Dawkins. Star Command Jaden Daniels. There you go, Michael. Told you. No Knicks yet either. No, it's true. There is no Knicks yet. I've not seen a Knicks. We do still have Inception, but no Knicks yet. Jaden Daniels on the Star Command. Very nice. Who am I giving Das Boot to? Let's put it up there for now. All right, Michael. Very nice. Michael, I'll have to tag you to our shipping, the way we do shipping in the group. I'll do that after the breaks tonight so you can take a look. Yeah, our Star Cluster. Burton. There you go, to Kelsey. There's a Vic. Amidala. Gould. Harrison Jr. There you go for the Cardinals. Troy Aikman. Bryce Young. Star Clusters. There's a Knicks. There you go. There's a Bo Nix. Star Cluster. So there's one. And a Rattler. Pat Bryant for the wide receiver for the Broncos has been picked. Yes, it does. Yeah, minis, if you win in a mini, counts as a break towards your shipping. If you don't hit in a mini, it doesn't count. It's only when you actually hit. All right. Let me just separate this pile. I actually hit a card last break. I have no idea how much it's worth. I could use some help if anyone. I listed it for 150, but if anyone knows how much what this is worth, a Paul Skeens Livid from Leaf Vivid. Apparently, they're super short prints. If anyone knows, I'd love to get some estimates there because I'm lost on it. All right, veins. I need my. It is a cool Daniels card. I agree. All right. All right. On to Inception. All right. Inception looked really nice. Neighbors was a nice card. Well, I agree. It's not a 101, though. Apparently, it's just a short print. That's why I'm a bit lost on it. I'm not used to Leaf doing like case hits. Sounds Dick's Sporting Goods? Ah. All right. Me and Dick's Sporting. My goodness, this plastic does not want to cut. Good Lord. Stab it. Well, I know. I couldn't. There's none out there. But it's Leaf, so it's like. That's why I was like, I'm not sure on this one. I figured putting it at 150, but I'll take best offers on it. It's probably a good idea. And it's a nice little thick pack there, so All right. It is sharp. The only thing it cuts is this. All right. Oh my God, we have a booklet. Ha 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 ha. We have a booklet. We have a booklet. It is an Inceptions Genesis autograph relic book. Wow. Okay. That's going to be interesting. Xavier Worthy. There you go. Inception Genesis. Yeah. Autograph relic book. Well, that could be huge. Let's do this. How am I going to do this? Because that's going to reveal other stuff. All right, well, let's figure this one out. Xavier Worthy, rookie. I'm going to go back to front here. Dan the Man Marino for the Dolphins. This should be the relic card. That is going to be extremely nice. Wow, look at that patch. Player worn memorabilia. Will Shipley for the Eagles. Get the light ready. Good call. I should get the light ready. Maybe we should run the light with the booklet. Unfortunately, superfractors don't count in this because it's not a superfractor. There it is. But very nice Will Shipley here. All right, let's see. Better not let us down and be like the tight end for somebody. We don't know if it's actually a rookie yet. But that's a really nice Will Shipley, 7 of 25. Nobody picked 7. All right. Oh, got it. That was an autocorrect for Dick's Sporting Goods. Like, sounds Dick's Sporting Goods? All right. You say so. All right. We are prime, locked, and ready. All right. We got. So this should be a numbered card? Yeah. Deuce McAllister, 65 of 75, going to the Saints. Kelsey's working on the complaining so that he can maximize his odds for getting that booklet card. Deuce McAllister, 65 of 75. And then Chad Johnson, 28. Nope, 23 was the closest. 28 of 50. Yeah, it does it for everybody. It's right there. Somewhere. It's over there. That's your 28 of 50 for the Titans. I hate autocorrect. You should have seen what I was trying to send my wife Optic, what it was saying. Not appropriate for children, I'll just say. All right. Autograph. Adonai Mitchell. That is on-card autographed, not numbered, for the Indianapolis Colts. Adonai Mitchell. All right. You know what? Let's just run the light. Let's just we're going to put it on the light. Here we go. We'll just start it right off with the light. The booklet, autograph booklet, is. You know what? Should we open it or should I go to the side? Let's see. Is there anything even on this side? Yes. Is it upside down? It's upside down. Deals. See if it says it. Might be on the back. Tops. Inception. Football. Okay. All right. Opening the booklet. Nice. How about a Malik Neighbors? 4 of 25. Player worn memorabilia going to the New York Giants. Very nice. Giants are going out to TJ Wilson. Very nice, TJ. Super nice booklet there. Malik Neighbors Genesis Autograph Relic Booklet card. Very nice. Congrats. That was a solid 3-box break right there. Some decent numbers. We obviously didn't hit any monsters with like the big quarterbacks, but that was solid. That was a very solid break. Look at a couple low numbered cards, a couple of the big guys. We didn't get a Planetary Pursuit. A little sad on that, but that's okay. All right. I'm going to check something real quick. We're going to go back to our regular color commentary now. All right. Very nice, TJ. I'm going to see if I had anybody respond on that Bowman. Mr. Trokey, you are on the outside of the viewing, not on the inside of the comments. All right. And Bowman, you. What? Bobby Lashley commits Grand Theft Auto? What? Whatever. Sorry. I got squirreled. All right. So Hayden purchased the last two, Bowman, you, but I think I'm going to end up getting a no pay here. So I just want to be able to announce that before I close that. All right. So I got Hayden's 2 spots in there. And I'll, I don't have a comment from that person yet. So, they did not reply to the comment. They've had 4 days to pay this. And I do not have any record of a payment from said person. Hey Hayden, I need your payment for those 2 other spots. Said with a jealous tone. All right, so there is going to be 1 spot open in Bowman U basketball. I'll give it a couple seconds. I said I'd take it, Hayden, so. All right, so there's 1 spot left in that. All right. I'm actually just going to tag Michael and Paul in the shipping policy. All right, so cosplayer short prints. Okay, I kind of figured it was. What, Bowman U basketball? It's the. Hi, hon. I hear him again. Again and again and again and again and again. All right, so Barry and David just took spots in the baseball mini. So there's 10 spots left in the baseball mini. That will run at the end of Bowman U basketball. David Samuels. And then Barry took. What did Barry take? Barry took 19. All right. So 10 spots left in the baseball mini, which will run after this. All right, one last call out. Anybody? No, not in the baseball mini. It's Bowman U basketball. There's one spot left. It's $26 for the spot. All right, let's do the recap for this. Once I'm finished the recap, I'm going to go just close Bowman U out, and then I'll just run it for myself. I'll put myself in for the no pay person. So, all right. Damn, the man doesn't belong over there. All right. Here we go. Where do we start? Let's start on the side here. Very nice break, though, between Inception, Cosmic, and Finest. That was our last Finest box. I think Finest did very well for us. I have zero complaints about Finest, especially at that price point. All right. Come on. Focus. There we go. Xavier Worthy, rookie for Inception. Chris Johnson, 28 of 50. Deuce McAllister, 65 of 75. Marvin Harrison Jr., base rookie for Cosmic. Bo Nix, John Elway on the Cosmic Stars. Terrell Owens, 8 of 75. Drake May, base. Dallas Turner, 181 of 200. Drake May launched into orbit. John Elway cosplay. This is a super short print, so that's going to the Broncos. So, Micro, there you go. You at least got that one coming at you. Jaden Daniels, base rookie. Caleb, Topps Team Finest, and Jalen Polk to 99. Malik Neighbors on the patch auto booklet, 4 of 25. Very nice. The Genesis autograph relic book card. We had a Will Shipley, 7 of 25. So you still want another spot in the mini then, Brian? Adonai Mitchell on-card autograph, rookie autograph. Jermaine Burton, 28 of 50. Xavier Worthy, 48 of 150 for the Chiefs. Drake May, X-Fractor. Roger Staubach, 3 of 15 for the Cowboys. Santana Moss autograph. Brock Bowers on the Finest Prospects to 99. That was a very nice one. And Star Command, probably the best Jaden Daniels we hit all night. Star Command Jaden Daniels, that was going in the random to Michael. Okay. All right. Oh my God, my son is bouncing off the wall. All right, got something here. All right, so I'm going to put Brian in for an extra mini spot. Well, let's just throw you at the bottom of the lineup. We're going to give you spot 20. All right. Bowman U basketball. There it is. Like, where'd it go? Here we go. All right, so I'm going to go claim the no pay spot. He's off the hook. Like, way off the hook. I heard him just bouncing around like crazy. How many times do you want to bang your head on the wall from how much he's been banging his head into the floor? Because it sounds like he's banging the head.
He's like laying upside down, hanging his feet over the back, the top of his bed. Everything but to lay down.
I don't
know damn well he's tired. He's been up since 6.
6. And he went to Chuck E. Cheese. He played outside. He drove to DC and back. No way the kid should be just as wound up as he is. I mean, I said that to the neurologist. I'm like, I don't get it. Like, the kid be tired off his rear. You put him in bed and he's up for like
I'm tired off my rear.
Yeah. So, like, I don't get it.
This one sacks out.
Which also doesn't make any. It's like he's the one that's got the ADHD. So you'd think he'd be the one that's bouncing off the walls. No,
We both have ADHD.
He's really got it. But Ethan's got it to a smaller extent, I feel like. But, all right, I'm running the random for Bowman U.
By the way, Aiden wanted me to sing Ants Go Marching tonight.
Really?
Yes.
Nice.
And then when I said the little one stopped too, and then he would tell me the line, or he would make something up.
Yeah. All right. Sorry.
I'm trying to watch TV, but I can't even watch a show because I have to keep pausing it and yelling at him.
I don't. Obviously, the magnesium's not working anymore.
So rub it on his freaking head.
Just have him take a bath on it. Were we giving like?
I literally rubbed it on the bottom of his feet.
Oh, I've done that every night too. It doesn't work. All right, running the random for the Bowman U basketball, and then it'll show up in your corner here. Don't forget, you still have $5 break credit.
I do?
Yeah. You can still put a number in the comments if you want.
Right now?
Yeah. I mean, I only threw one break so far.
What number's already taken?
It doesn't matter. You can take whatever number you want. It's irrelevant. And then if multiple people hit off that number, it's fine. Then everyone wins.
I just saw Kelsey's comment. What did he get?
Brock Bowers autograph right there.
Brock Bowers. Where?
Oh no! Why'd you drop it? Oh, you stepped on it. Oh God! It's folded in half.
This one?
Yeah.
You stupid.
Why are you spitting on it?
Shut up. Oh, it's like a one-of-one.
No,
Well, it's $99.99.
98.
What?
98.
Oh, I thought it said $99.99.
Why are you rubbing it in your armpit?
Would you stop it? I'm out of here. You're annoying.
Oh, come on.
How was your sandwich? Was it awful?
No, it was fine. The problem is
You didn't eat half of it, so it doesn't seem like it's...
The problem is the same problem you always say about Firehouse subs. They put that
Salty.
pickle, and it's because of that pickle they put there.
I don't know why they do that. I need a complaint online, I guess.
I mean, they just need to put it in a bag or something.
The new Target store director started today.
Oh, yeah? So what's that mean?
We'll see. She's young.
Okay.
Very young.
Okay.
We'll see how it goes.
All right.
She's only 26.
Well, good
She
for
came
her.
From the Waldorf and the Brandywine store. She's been at both of them before.
Awesome. She's got experience at least. All right. There's your Bowman U. Yeah, Kelsey got a Brock auto. And then Lisa spit on it.
I did not. Shut up.
Oh, so your dying audience wants to know how many do you want to do breaks just on Monday next week, or do you want to do Monday and Wednesday? Since you can't go to bingo. Right back at you, hon. You can think about it. I've got 10 optic.
What do they want?
Well, they clearly would want 3 nights like the usual.
Well, you're gonna do Friday because you'll be back.
Yes. I might be like doing it right when I get back.
Oh, great! Like, hi wife, bye wife.
I think I land at 6:30.
I'm gonna be like,
You were like, you're watching that child tonight. I was like, I'll put him on this bed. All right. Let me do the tags for Bowman U here.
I guess I don't know. You need to show me how to do all this crap because I don't know how to do it since you've changed everything.
Yeah, so I'll show it to you. Basically, I can leave this website up just like this, and then you just literally would hit start stream, end stream, and then you have to change just the thing in the corner. And then I can forward all of the links for the breaks into the group from YouTube and Facebook.
Are you going to be able to help at all on Wednesday night though?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. You're not going to the other place.
Yes, I'm in touch.
You're gonna be in
I'm gonna
in the States.
I'm gonna get Brian to drain his wallet into the breaks.
Do they know where you're going this time?
Yeah, Brian knows. I told him I'm going to Fort Worth.
Okay.
So
if you can help both Monday and Wednesday, that should be fine.
okay. Well, then I'll let you pick. I'm only gonna have you do 2 per night. Okay.
2 different breaks.
Yes.
Night? Oh,
Like a baseball and a football.
that's a lot. Okay. I thought 1.
No. Well, one's going to be a hobby box of select baseball, so you'll like that. And then the other's going to be optic. And then I was thinking about, I got some stuff for you.
Okay.
Yep.
Can I leave this cracked so you can watch out for this one? Is that okay?
Yeah, but also we don't want to leave it open too much so he hears it. So
He's
crack is on.
not gonna hear you. He's nutso.
Yes, I know he's nutso.
Actually, some of it I feel like he's like, oh, I can't go out there because I hear daddy.
Maybe. I mean, I'm not going to say that's not
Ever
possible.
Since I've been here talking, he's been quiet.
That's true too. He's like, oh, my parents are outside. I can't.
Guess I better lay in bed and shut up.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Thanks. All right, Kenneth, Brad, and let's see, who else is there? Mr. Trokey. All right. Sorry for the slight delay there. We were just, as I was running these randoms. All right. There's the tags for Bowman U, and then we'll do baseball after that, and I'll catch up on all the final minis. I will take whatever mini spots are left over afterwards. All right. So for Bowman U. Yeah, I was in DC all day today. I'll tell you why here in a few. All right. So I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. All right. All right. So TJ has spot 0 and spot 3. Hayden has spot 9, 2, 8, and 1. Ken's got spot 4. Brad's got spot 6. Mr. Trokey's got spot 7. And I've got spot 5. So that is your lineup there. Move some stuff around here. Actually sort this as I rip it. All right, at least it's a 2. All right, Superfractor Bounty is eligible for this break. So so we went up to Children's National. I actually went up with Ethan today. We were doing a follow-up with neurology because we were trying to fully examine make sure that Ethan's autism and potentially Aiden's is not actually something medical that's been going on all along, that it something, whether it's just truly something the way Ethan's been wired, or if it's something that's been going on with him, whether it's a hormone, whether it's a vitamin deficiency. All right, so got a chance to talk to a different doctor today and kind of see. So they're actually going to send us to a hormone specialist to check. I mean, Ethan's a huge kid. Ethan is 4. By the way, Ethan just turned 9. He is 4 feet 10 inches and 112 pounds. He is a huge kid, and he's not big. He's just big, like stacked. And so we're wondering if his growth, which is like way outside the 100 percentile, has something to do with it. So I'm just trying to do due diligence with my kids and make sure that, we don't have another, oh, I didn't know about that. Because my dad has a thyroid issue. Obviously I have leukemia. So anything is possible. And I've always learned now that it doesn't hurt to go ask questions, to just make sure you fully vet everything before, saying it's something. Empty box. The interesting thing is they actually wanted me to do a study or participate in a study as a control case, as a healthy person. They were going to put this big cap on my head that had these electrodes like coming out of my head. And they, unfortunately, because of my leukemia, they said it had to do with brain waves, as the hemoglobin basically absorbs brain waves. I was really kind of interested to do it, but unfortunately they said my leukemia affects my hemoglobin, and so I wouldn't really be it disqualified me because I wouldn't be a good control case then, because I'm, I guess, different or altered. So, but they said they'd be interested in Lisa doing it. So, oh yeah, I've had leukemia since 2009. I have chronic myeloid leukemia. Yeah, go figure, right? So I've had leukemia for 16 years now. Yeah, so I'm on an oral medication that basically keeps my leukemia in a remissive state. It's not fully gone. It's still detectable. So like May 6th, I have to go get my follow-up appointment. Basically, it's like a form of a chemotherapy drug. So it has radiation symbols on the side of it when it shows up for biohazard disposal on them. My medication costs $10,000. Actually, it might be more now. It might be like $30,000 a month. Josh Hubbard, spot 5. So I'm going to call the spots out on the side so he doesn't mess up the focus. And then if we hit anything big, I'll obviously show that to the camera. Simone James, that is spot 3. Cam Scott, spot 3. Latrell Wrightsell, spot 1. Keyshawn Gilbert, spot 5. No. Actually, I find answering questions about my leukemia very therapeutic. Ooh, was that a dragon scale? That's cool. Jonas Ado, I'll tell you that number in a second. For SC, 67 of 75, going to spot 7. Mr. Trokey, Kennedy Smith. Yeah, the raw cost value for my medication is about $30,000 a month. Insurance obviously pays for all of it, so I don't pay for anything out of pocket. But it was $10,000, but now I'm on a newer medication that's only been out for a couple of years now, because when I hit my 10-year mark of having leukemia, my leukemia actually mutated. So kind of it. Well, so it's an interesting story because of the fact that why I do what I do with my kids and do all these appointments has to do with my leukemia. Diamond Johnson, spot 6. Layden Blocker, spot 5. Liam McNeely, spot 2. Langston Love, spot 0. Simeon Welcher, spot 1. Jamari McDowell, spot 1. I'll answer your question once I get through this stack. Dennis Evans on spot 9. An Acropolis for Con Coupel, and that's an X Factor one. Spot 5. Yeah, I'm a mutant Ninja Turtle. Mechie Johnson. I've had leukemia longer than I've known my wife. So how do you think that conversation went when I told her I had leukemia on our first date? Funny you say that, because that was actually a question that I asked my doctor. Tamin Lipsy, spot 6. Ryan Nemhard. We got something cool looking here. Something 42. Ryan Nemhard here, 42. So spot 2. Hayden, 150. That is a Dylan Harpus Campus Icons. Sweet card. Nemhard is spot 2. Hayden gets this one. I wish I was Wolverine. Unfortunately, I asked that question and it didn't pan out. So, Kelsey, I was having chronic fatigue and night sweats for about a year. I just felt like I could never fully wake up. Like, no matter how long I slept, I was drinking like 5 Mountain Dews a day. And then I would have night sweats, but I would think, oh, it's just because I sleep warm. And then someone told me that it could be a thyroid issue. Well, my dad has a hypo underactive thyroid, and night sweats and chronic fatigue is a symptom. So I asked my doctor to check me out for my thyroid. So interestingly enough, back in the day when you went for a physical, doctors would do CBCs, complete blood counts. Insurance got in the way and they didn't want to keep paying for them unless there was actually a reason. So they stopped doing them as part of routine exams and routine blood work. So I had a CBC, even though I had plenty of blood work in that course that year, it was never a CBC. So CBC tells you how many white blood cells, red blood cells, platelets, hemoglobin, kind of all the basics of your blood. It tells you about it. Kaylee Heckel, spot 3. Carter Knox, spot 1. Something interesting behind this card. Mikhail Blake's spot 5. Facilitators, Kiki Raffin. Night sweats can be a lot of things. So the interesting thing about night sweats is night sweats, apparently, actual true night sweats are indicators to the body that there is something wrong. Now, you have to differentiate. That's spot 0 on the Kiki. You have to differentiate. There are people who sleep hot, and I do sleep hot. But you have to differentiate between that and actual true night sweats. John Bowl, spot 1. Clifford Maury, spot 4. Anar Boateng, spot 7. Keelan Boswell, spot 8. And Darion Reed, that is going to be spot 0. So on a Sunday afternoon, great bedside manner, my blood work had come back. Apparently, the doctor who took the blood work had to consult with other doctors to make sure what he was seeing was correct. And he calls me on a Sunday afternoon when I was in my dad had actually just left, like maybe not even 10 or 20 minutes prior to that call he made me. And he calls me and he says, "Hi, it's Dr. So-and-so. I have your blood test back. You have leukemia." I was like, "What?" And it was weird because he kind of was like talking to me about it like it was almost like a cold and like it's totally curable. I'm like, what? My leukemia used to be the deadliest leukemia you could have. Just looking at the date code in there. It used to be like the number one It had a 5-year it would have had if I had gone unchecked, I would have for 3 years felt chronic fatigue, and then I would have gone into what was going from the chronic phase to the blast phase, and then I would have been into some serious issues. And CML used to have a 5-year lifespan from the moment you contracted it to the moment it killed you. And the way they found out was I had 141,000 white blood cells. The normal human body has 10,000. So I asked my doctor when they told me I had 141,000 white blood cells. I was like, so I'm Wolverine? I could heal all illnesses? He's like, no, they're actually immature and they don't do anything for you. And I was like, damn it. Cooper Flag, spot 6. That's the first Cooper Flag, and I'll sleeve on top of that. Anisha Morrow, I'll tell you that we got an Auburn. Miles Kelly, 255 of 399. Going to spot 5. A nice Morrow is spot 6. So I was 14 times higher on my white blood cell count than I was supposed to be. Some people get up to 400,000 white blood cells before they actually truly feel sick. And so what happens as a result is your white blood cells become so overpopulated. Your blood has a density level of basically how much matter it can hold and carry. So when you get an overpopulation, when everything kind of goes out of balance, things basically get pushed out. So the first thing that got pushed out of my bloodstream was fat cells. Fat cells are what transfers energy from your body to the places and things it need. That's your energy. So that's where the chronic fatigue came in from. There's the Cooper Flag. And then after the white blood cells comes the platelets. And then after the platelets comes the red blood cells. And so when you start losing the red blood cells, that's where basically you suffocate from the inside out, because now you have nothing to transfer oxygen to your body anymore. Freddie DeLeon, and that is spot 6. So I'll tell you how you get 141,000 white blood cells and how that works. Jaleel Betha, spot 8. Dylan Harper, spot 2. Jeremy Fears, spot 8. Trey Norman, darn it, I hate when it goes out of focus. Spot 8. Mark Sears, spot 9. Justin Carlton. Then we got a social studies, Kaman Maluch, X-Fractor, spot 8 on the Carlton. The Kaman is spot 8 as well. Mario Little, spot 9. Jackson Shellstad, spot 7. Ashton Hardaway, spot 3. Carter Knox, spot 7. Riley Kugel, spot 0. Raven Johnson, spot 0. Nick Boyd, spot 3. Asa Newell on the Campus Icons, spot 8. And Nolan Trader, spot 6. So what happens basically with CML, which is chronic myeloid leukemia, is you get what's called the Philadelphia chromosome. So it's basically a genetic defect in your DNA, and it goes into your marrow. And so what happens is that your white blood cells have a lifespan. They live, they do their job, they die. And there's an equilibrium. Your body will surge some when you're sick, and then go into like more of a maintenance state when you're healthy. So those white blood cells, and then your marrow would basically reacts to when you're sick and produces more, and then when you're not, it produces less. What happens is in a Philadelphia chromosome situation is that the body doesn't stop making white blood cells, and so it overpopulates the white blood cells. But these white blood cells are immature. They're basically being pumped out into your bloodstream before they actually are mature to where they can do anything. So because they're not basically fully formed white blood cells, They just float around your body and do nothing, and just push stuff out. Because otherwise you would think, yeah, I would never get sick because I have all these white blood cells that are constantly healing me. Langston Love, spot 0. It's not like the space worms Fry ate from that moldy sandwich and then he had superhuman powers. Sonia Critton, spot 4. Langston Love on the blue. That's a not numbered, so that's spot 0. Ace Bailey, I know that's one of the people for spot 1. Xavier Booker, spot 9. Kylan Boswell. Here's our first auto. Ahmad Noel, Bowman University Chrome Eye Test autograph. Interesting. Ahmad Noel. Pretty cool, though. Put the number on there and everything from UConn. And that is going to spot 0 or O. Not 0, it's spot O. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Spot 5. That is O is spot 15. I will confirm that later on. Yeah. I don't know which way I would have preferred it being told to me. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I don't feel like maybe I took the shock as hard as I could have because I was by myself and it was just such an awkward way of me getting told about it. I had somebody get me connected with a really good doctor in Boston, Dr. Martha Wadley. Boswell is spot 8, by the way. And she did really good for me. I went on a medication that was called Gleevec. Darian Reed, spot 0. Sarah Strong, spot 2. Jeremy Fears, spot 8. Facilitators, Nolan Trader, spot 5. Darren Harris, spot 8. Boogie Fland, spot 1. Dame Sar, spot 7. Xavier Booker, X-Fractor, spot 9. Jordan Gainey, spot 3. TJ Bamba, spot 4. Deshaun Harris Smith from Maryland, spot 5. Dame Sar, Flash. Thank you, David. Spot 1. And Kiki Ruffin, spot 7. So I don't know if the way I took it, like the funny part about illnesses and kind of medical emergency is the day I got diagnosed with leukemia, I slept like a log that night. Like, I will tell you though, I don't remember how I physically saw the world. I can't remember how it looked to me before that, because essentially when you get told you have basically a life-threatening illness, your quote unquote immortality complex kind of disappears. And I remember, like, after I got told that, like, I looked like I felt like I saw things differently. Like, I felt like the world just looked different to me at that point. One of the things that was challenging was I had a doctor in Vermont, and I had asked about, what round are they in right now? Wow, Schroeder's getting a lot of talk about a shot to an ego. Holy cow, that's wild. Spot 40, huh? Wow. That's crazy. Right now, they're just calling Schroeder Sanders as the best available. 92nd pick to Seattle. Wow. Saints, Browns, Patriots. God, how ironic would it be if the Browns ended up getting them? Raiders have 2 picks on spots 98 and 99. It's wild. Well, I mean, it does tell you, right? Bring the drama, bring the ego. Good luck. Teams don't want that. They don't want the head case. So anyways, one of the things that was challenging, because I had a doctor in Vermont, one of the things we asked was, can you have children on this medication? It's a chemotherapy medication. My doctor in Vermont said yes. My doctor in Massachusetts said no. Yeah, Sanders is still out there, Kelsey. Still undrafted. But ended up being out okay because I have 2 children now. But was a wild time for sure. Cam Scott, Ahmad Noel. Sorry, Cam Scott goes to number 3. Spot 2 for Ahmad Noel. Sarah Strong, spot 2. Still have one more auto left to go. We have another, looks like Dragon Scale. Kennedy Smith, spot 4. Jaden Nunn, spot 0. Grant Nelson, blue, 26. Man, nobody's hit tonight on these numbers. Grant Nelson is spot 5. Jamari McDowell, 26 of 199. But I had my medication. I took it for 10 years. I was never undetected, but I was considered in a wasn't major molecular, but I was really low. Like the detection level of the protein that they could see if I still had the capability of producing the immature white blood cells was down to like a 0.2%. Saints took another quarterback in front of him. Wow. Or are you talking about yesterday? Oh, you just drafted another one. 26 of 199, Jamari McDowell. Saints are up right now. Unless I'm just ESPN is late updating here. Well, they took a safety. Browns are back up. Boy, it'd be interesting. Joyce Edwards, spot 6. Silas Swords, spot 5. Cam Jones. And this is going to be our second auto. It is our second auto. It is from Marquette. That is Trey Norman. 6 of 75. Going to Brad. Trey Norman, 6 of 75. Cam Jones, spot 9. Oh, I think you're way behind then. Yeah, they're in round 3 right now. Browns are up. Good Lord. Yeah, basically. No, I think we told her when we told her? Because you came with me to one of the appointments and there was no hiding it. But you were way far along at that point. Like we weren't in any risk. We told her then. Then we eventually brought her Ethan. Donovan Freeman, spot 1. Scotty Middleton, spot 4. Alex Carabana, spot 0. Facilitators Ahmed Noel, spot 6. Derek Queen, spot 9. Miles Kelly, spot 2. Solomon Ball, spot 7. Dame Sarr, spot 7. Yeah, but the second time you went, you were very pregnant. I have to look at all the dates to say when we went. Alio Zabel, spot 5, because I don't think we brought Ethan for quite a while. PJ Haggerty, spot 9. Tyler Hendricks, spot 8. Donovan Freeman, Flash, spot 6. Braden Smith, spot 2. Audie Crooks, spot 9. AJ Storr, spot 4. Grant Nelson, refractor, spot 5. And Emmanuel Sharp rounds us out, spot 3. All right, let's do the recap. We got 1 Cooper Flag, base, going to spot 6. Kennedy Smith, 67-75, going to spot 7. We got a Dame Sarr Flash, spot 1. The Jamari McDowell, 26, spot 6 of 199. Miles Kelly, 255 of 399. Dylan Harper going to spot 2 for 42 of 150 for the campus icons. And the 2 autographs, Trey Norman, that one went to spot 6 of 75 on the Dragon scale. And then the Bowman University eye test autograph, Ahmad Noel, spot 0, which I believe is 5. And that is your Bowman U basketball break. All right. It is time for baseball. Baseball, the baseball, the baseball, the baseball, the baseball, the baseball. Wow. I just saw that too. Holy cow. Browns went around Sanders. Man, could you imagine? I can't even imagine what that household must be like right now. See what happens when you skip out on the combine and think you're better than everybody else? Man, that is, this is a pretty strong lesson to any quarterback or any player who wants to go to the NFL and thinks that they're better than everybody else, because the teams will notice and they are not going to put up with BS and you going around thinking you're the greatest thing since sliced bread. I mean, I question if he's even going to get drafted at this point. I mean, for all the people that he's taken in front of him, I feel like that's sending a message. I mean, his next chance right now is the Raiders. I mean, a lot of teams don't want that drama, and they don't sign players if they have that drama following them. They have enough drama as it is because these teams are high drafting, but man, that's something else. All right. Kelsey took spot 9 in the mini. Final call for mini spots. I'm going to give it a no kidding. He's probably like, screw this NFL. I'm going to go to the UFL and I'll be their number 1 draft pick. Is he a senior? Like, can he go back to Colorado? Did he graduate from Colorado as a senior? Dion ran his mouth about Sanders and bashed teams publicly. Like the Giants, he bashed. And he was publicly bashing teams. I don't know how he was as a player, but Dion basically made himself sound like he was that by the graces of God that a team should worship the ground that Sanders walks on and should be just glad that he will go play for them. And the money that this kid was going to think he was going to demand from the NFL. I mean, it's pretty wild that there has been that many people drafted in front of him. Yeah, no, it's a car. I was like, good Lord, what the hell? Thought there was fireworks going off next to my house. Kelsey, did you send that last payment in? Yep, he did. Okay. I think that's an actual car. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a car. I thought it was fireworks going off there. All right. Brian said he's going to give me $5 later and uses his credit. Barry's in. All right. Final call. I'm going to take the rest of the mini spots, which is going to be spot 3, 5, 8, 12. All the payments are the way. I don't know even who that is. That could have been. I don't know if that was over by Josh's house or if it was somebody in front of Kevin's house. Could have been some punk kid that, I don't know what direction it was coming from. All right, so I've got spots 3, 5, 8, 12, 13, 15, 16, and 18 for the mini. Everyone else has their spots. I am running the mini right now. So mini is closed and running. Okay, I could do that. I still got to look for that one card of yours. Oh yeah, I'll say I don't know whose car it was that was doing that noise. It was. I agree. It was obnoxious. I can still hear the car in the distance. All right, mini is closed and running. Mini is closed and running. All right, so no, not that one. And so the way, well, I'll talk about the next random after this for the Yankees. All right, baseball mini. I thought it was fireworks at first. All right. 3 6-sided dice. 6, 1, 3. We're going 10 times. Good luck, everybody who's in the mini. And I'm done. Putting the results in I'm going to put the results in the comment section of the mini. And I'm going to then put the teams associated to the mini next to each other, because it actually helps me too. All right, so I will paste them, and then I will tell you all how it fell out. And here it is. And there are your mini winners. Jonathan Henderson gets the O's. Kelsey gets the Padres. Brian Tanner is going to take the Cardinals. Kelsey's going to take the Brewers. Jonathan Henderson is going to get the Guardians. I've got the Blue Jays, and Dennis Guzalek's got the White Sox. And those are your results from the mini. So I'm going to update the main. The way the main is going to work is 3 spots are going to get the Yankees. The first spot will get the Yankees in tribute. The second spot will get the Yankees in the Road to the Opening Day Topps Now pack. I would truthfully tell you, I think the Yankees have a better shot hitting in there than they do have in the Bowman high number or the Heritage high number. So that's why, and then Heritage high number will get the Yankees for spot 3. All right, so let me update these. So Orioles is Jonathan Henderson. White Sox is Dennis. So yeah, I've got a crazy life because I thought I was going to be the problem child with having leukemia. And I was not expecting my children to have as many medical things as they've had. That has totally caught me off guard. And the weird thing about the medical side is I have been on both sides of the medical wall where I was the person who was sick and the person who wasn't sick but was like, had somebody that they were trying to take care of. And I gotta tell you, they have very different perspectives for sure. And it's weird because the person who's sick ends up doing more of the taking care of everybody else than the everybody else taking care of them. It sounds totally backwards, but I tell you, when you're in that moment or when you're in those situations, it's pretty wild because everybody basically can't figure out how to help you, but they feel bad for you. They feel sad. So they do the crying where you're like, I've got it. I can't do anything about it now. So might as well try to figure out how to get through it. So medical stuff is crazy. I can only imagine what the interview with Shadur Sanders is going to be like after tonight. Like, I can't even imagine what that interview must be like. Raiders are on the board, or up right now. So let's see. The Raiders have 2 picks back to back. I mean, if he doesn't get picked by the Raiders, he's going to the 4th round because the 49ers, Eagles, and Vikings are not going to take him for Sanders. Boy, I tell you, I'm sure a lot of the analysts are probably dumbfounded right now. All right, baseball. Mixer random for Yankees. All right. All right. Everybody's mini spots are in. Copying this in. These Road to the Opening Day packs were really interesting. They're $150 a pack, but they include autographs. I thought the checklist for the autographs was pretty solid. I thought it actually had a greater percentage of hitting a good player than it was to hit a bad player. Not that it necessarily means we're going to hit a good player, but I just thought the odds were better. All right. I got 2 of them. So, all right. So here is the random for the Yankees. Top 3 will get the Yankees each in a box. I'm not doing snake eyes. It's got to be 5 or more. 6, 5, 4. So we are going 15 times on the random. Good luck. Wow. Lori, Kathy. Wow. That's a heck of a sweep right there. I'm going to put that up and break. There's your top 3. There's your top 3 for the Yankees. All right. No superfractor eligible tonight for that. Okay, so I'm going to move this around. Maybe. So, can I put all the teams in here? I can actually. All right. Let's see if I can make this a little bit bigger. I want this thing. Oh, yeah. Oh, this one. There we go. All right, there we go. That works out. That looks good. They got one more pick, though. So, Kathy, you're going to get the Yankees in the Heritage high number box. Oh, yeah, they did. 2 offensive tackles. Wow, he's dropping to the 4th round. Wow. So, Kathy, you have the Yankees in. You still have your teams, but you have the Yankees in the Heritage high number. All right, I'll get the boxes. I was actually fairly impressed with these Heritage high numbers. I thought they were actually decently well. Had more chrome cards and numbered cards than I was expecting. There's Tribute. Put Tribute right there. Put the Topps Now pack. Road to opening day right there. That's crazy. I mean, the question's got to be asked now. Is he even going to get drafted? I mean, you got to ask that question at this point. Man, what a wild turn of events. Baseball mixer. We got Brian, Kathy, Lori, Billy, Jonathan, David. Who else is in this one? Let me just move this over and I can see. Dennis, Hector, Hayden, Kelsey, Mr. Trokey, Chris Thomas, that's it. All right, there's everyone's on those tags. Excuse me. All right, so all your teams are up there. So we're going to do Heritage first, followed by the Topps Now, followed by Tribute. I have 1 Tribute box left. This is the second to last Tribute box I have. I'm going to have Lisa do Select Baseball Monday. We got lucky on the first box. We got a autograph out of it. I don't know who the autograph was, but we did. All right, let's see if they gave us anything interesting for the top. They did. For the Brewers, an official 1975 card. It is Tom Murphy. 1975. When they get to 83, I'm going to be sad because it's my birth year. So, fourth round doesn't go tonight, right? 4th through 7 goes tomorrow, doesn't it? Or do they do the 4th round tonight? I was trying to figure out if the 4th round happens. Man, I can't even imagine. I mean, do you think if somebody says, do you want to be on the blah blah team? Do you think he just says no? I mean, does his ego get in the way and does he say no? Because now he wasn't drafted in the first 3 rounds? Or does the team like a 49ers, I mean, they got Brock Purdy. Do you think they pick him up? I mean, does a good team pick him up, thinking that maybe it's insurance? Maybe that if their star quarterback decides to leave for some other team, they have an investment piece? I don't know. It's interesting. I can only imagine what the analysts are like going right now. They must be going crazy. Like, they're just blowing all their, like, this was not what I expected. I mean, because now you're just in the part where people are like, there's a lot of players that people don't even know. I mean, you got offensive tackle, people are drafting, safeties, centers. I'm waiting for the punters. Okay, it's probably the ultimate insult if a punter gets drafted before him. 49ers went with a cornerback. But like you guys said, there's been multiple quarterbacks now drafted ahead of him. Okay, Falefa, Nunez, Bader, Crockett, Suarez, Scott, Renfro, Bowers, Kloss, Maida, Rutledge, Tatis, Marsh, Rodriguez, Yamamoto, Gasser, Iglesias, Paxton, Knack, Venzino, Tyler Black, Churio, a mini card of Astros players, Bob Gibson, Andre Lipkus, Marcus Stroman, Peyton Wynn, Matt Sawyer, Hernandez, Kirkering. Well, the Broncos are definitely not taking him, and the Vikings are not taking him, so he's definitely a 4th rounder now. Clean, interesting Molina card because it's black and white. I don't think that's a short print. Canario, Gilbert, Walter, Langoliers, 4-way pack of Marlins, Turner, Santana, Sale, Doyle, Castro, Carpenter. It'll show up. It won't be like these black facsimile. It'll be very clear. It is Cronenworth, Perez, Hedges, Leiter, Morel. Chrome card for the Rangers, Jack Leiter, 660 to 699. This is why I said you could pick a number up to 699. For the Texas Rangers, Jack Leiter. Man, there are people putting bets too that Sheridan Sanders, like Sanders was like all of like the FanDuel places that were like doing bets on the draft. They had him like a sure fit top 5. Is it a short print? Okay, I thought so. Linz, Paredes, Giants, Black, Avila, Miller, Roop, and Peterson. Yeah, yes. I need to sleeve that one too. Thank you. So all these cards are basically numbered 500 and up. Did I put it in my pile to sleeve? Oh, where'd it go? did I blow past it? There it is. All right. Let's leave those. It will be a real auto, yes. These are all Facsimile autos, but yes, it will be a real auto on there. No stickers. Oh, is it? Well, no, I figured. I remember that from Heritage. We've got a whole case of regular Heritage coming too, which last year I was really angry about because we had 12 boxes. We had 2 autographs. Oh, we had 1 autograph. I think we got gypped or something. All right. Here's the first quarter. Second quarter now. I think the Giants drafted decent, although I'm a little confused by them taking another edge rusher for the 3rd round. I mean, if they've got Dexter Lawrence, Kayvon Thibodeau, Abdul Carter, and Brian Burns, I feel like they're going to make Abdul Carter a linebacker and not make him an edge rusher, but I could be wrong. Because that's one of the areas they really hurt, is they hurt in the linebacker core. I thought it was funny in Schroeder Sanders' custom draft room he had built. He has his name with $ squared. It's like, boy, I bet you're not feeling that right now. It'd be interesting if, I guess he did do a workout for the Giants, but a lot of people, well, I guess the reports were that Jackson Dart was a much better quarterback than him from that aspect. Okay. Oh my God, he must be going insane. You're right. He must be going bonkers for Mel Kiper going crazy. Barossa, Kopech, rookie outfielders, Biggio, Jordan Montgomery, Hook, Scott, Fat, Martini, Campbell, Matsui, Jones, Ray, Beater, Eden, Amaga, Jackson Merrill, Trevor Story, Long, Verlander, Soriano. What is that? Martinez. That's a cool card. Cy Young Award. That's pretty neat. There you go, Kathy. Yes, this is your box for the Yankees. I mean, all the analysts must be going crazy right now. And it probably, like we've all said, it had nothing to do with skill. It had to do with Medeiros, Seawald, Hopkins, Duvall, Hudson, Wayne, J, Spires, Martinez, McCain, Jung Ho Lee. Boy, that looks like a real autograph, but it's not. Oh, I like that Garrett Cole. That Garrett Cole's a nice one. I believe this is a short print. The all-black border. Kolek, Manea, Lipsicum, Duran, Sheets, Hayes, Cubs and Royals, rookie pitchers, Priester, Cam Eden, all blue. No, it's not all blue. It looks like it was. Rogers, rookie pitchers again. McCormick, Wong, Contreras, Garcia, Pilar, Jake Berger for the Marlins. That is 650 of 699. I mean, there's already more Chrome cards in this than we've had in regular Heritage. Diamondbacks 2024. Carroll, Lawler, Marte, and Gallen. DeJong, Rip Pepiot, Thomas, and rookie pitchers. All right. Next out. The Broncos not pick it? Oh, it's over. It's wild to me. So round 4, I guess, starts tomorrow. Yeah, the analysts have to be going crazy. Kuiper's final big board. Ironically, it says white border. You can see that. Nope. Man, that's crazy. Oh, it's sad. One of the players' mother passed away after the Steelers drafted him. Some guy named Harmon. That's sad. I wonder if she was terminal. How about that for a roller coaster? You go from the greatest day of your life to the worst day of your life. Sanders to dad's couch. All right. 3/4 mark. Sanders, Blanco, Hicks, Caballero, Skeens, Jazz Chisholm. Oh, that's a short print too. That's a short print Chisholm. That is weird. Flaherty, rookie pitchers, Lopez, Dunn, Camargo, Diaz, Jeffers, Lewis, and Jake Cronenworth, 91. Nope. 91 of 225. I saw a thing too that Sanders thought when the Giants traded up yesterday in the first round that he thought he was a shoe-in to be called by them. Like he was all like, I guess all happy, like, I'm waiting for that, just waiting for the call now. And then sure enough, nothing happened. I'll try. Is Sanders, was he a senior? Oh, he was a senior, so he's done with football then. He's done his 4 years and he's not going back. Yeah, and maybe his dad needs to learn to keep his mouth shut. Right? Maybe the whole Sanders family. There was a talk that the Cowboys may have wanted Dion to be their next coach, but then that fell through as well too. All right. Then and now, Tatis. Nastrini, Arazarena, MacArthur, McMillan, Cruz, Jeffers, Lewis, Blanco, Hicks, Hernandez, Phillips, Ginkel, Montero, Jackson Holiday, Amaya, Biggio, Carmago. That's definitely a short print. Oh, it's not. I thought it was. Diaz, Pareda, Addison Barger on the white border, Lorenzo, Wyatt Langford, and Paulie. Connor Phillips, Vlad Jr., Cropley, Glasnow, and Javier Baez, 431 of 699. No, it was not. They all look like they're autos, but it'll be very painfully obvious. Arizona. I'll probably just end up going back through a lot of these. I'll probably just end up going back through a lot of these and looking for short prints. Here comes the UFL. Rookie premieres: Jackson Churio, Hader, Porter, Snell, Doyle, Chisholm. Rookie pitchers: Rodriguez. There's your autograph. Brian Hudson for the Milwaukee Brewers. The Brew Crew is going to... There it is, Kelsey. You get the Brian Hudson auto for the Brewers. Not numbered. I said I'll probably go back through them and find them all because I'm sure I've skipped several. Cease, Balzovic, Bell, and Vines. I can just do this real quick. Just gonna flip them on the backside and just look for something that says white border on it. It's really obvious, honestly. Now that I've been told it, it's really easy to look for. The Cam Eden was a short print. Nope, the Vlad Jr. was not a short print. You mean the autograph? There's only, so far I've only missed one short print card. Let's see if I missed any other ones. Brenton Doyle I missed as a short print. I kind of want to watch the sports things and going like, why are okay, let's analyze why nobody is picking him. Jordan Montgomery was a short print. That one I should have caught. All right. It didn't say it was a short print. He might not have done a signature on these. I'll go find it later. All right. If it's a Vlad Jr., it's actually my team, so I'll eventually find it. All right. sleeve the rest of these up. All right, we'll do the last quarter of the Heritage, and then we'll do the tops now and finish off with Tribute. I'll probably do the last Tribute box Friday next week. I don't know if I'll do it with anything else. This was a little bit of a harder fill than I would have liked, and I had to eat quite a bit out of this one. But we'll see. I mean, it did okay for a fill. It was just the bigger teams took a little bit to obviously hit. But this was also Tribute made this very expensive. If this was a bunch of smaller boxes, that would have been easier. We should get Seasons of the Sun, or In the Sun, coming up. I may actually post that on Sunday, but not break it because it's actually got a shit, but we might do a pre-fill on that. I'm thinking about using Seasons of the Sun as a letter break to open up more spots and not make every spot $260. It's not going to be a cheap break by any means, but I want to do that as a full case break. I think it's the only way to do it. It's 4 cards per box, 40 cards, so 40 hits total. Doing it as a full case break is the only way I think it's going to do right by anybody. Yes. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Yes, you're right. It does have a number. 54, 51. No one got that one either. 51 of 75. Yes, you are correct. Sell any of which? The Seasons in the Sun. I'm just doing that as a case break. Just like when I get National Treasures is going to be a serial number case break. It's the only real way. The Leaf Seasons of the Sun, it's a really nice looking product. There actually is chances for cut Babe Ruth autographs in there. It's the only way to do the break right where everybody has a really good chance of actually walking away with something. Otherwise, people just get skunked like crazy. Because like National Treasure is only 8 cards. And it's a $500 minimum box. So Austin Shenton, Grayson Rodriguez, Siri, Ober, Rangers outfield, Matt Chapman, Bowers, Kloss, DeJong. Yeah, so we do a Seasons of the Sun case break. Tyler Cropley, and we'll do one for National Treasures. Glasnow, Amaya, Montas, Lamonte Wade Jr. That is 52. Nope. 52 of 75 for the Lamonte Wade Jr. What I'm going to consider doing is offering spots at a half case break price. So you would get whatever letter or number that it was there, but you only get half the boxes for the chance. So I might do that as an opportunity as well. But I'll make a half case spot would be more expensive if you bought 2 half case spots than if you just bought a full spot. But I know some people want to get 2 different spots in a break because then they change their chances. Zach Little, Bellinger, Lopez, Uwasawa, rookie pitchers, Rodriguez, Phillips, Vlad Jr. Those autos right there. Amanga, that's a short print. Profar, Gray, Ozuna, Gill, Calabero, Skeens again, Doyle, Jazz, Ronald Acuna on the perfectly programmed. Yeah, it is cool. Definitely agree. Vaughn, Whitley, Solar, Melas, J.D. Davis, Keith Foscue Baker, Fitzgerald, Rodriguez, Araz, DeJong, that's a short print. Walston White, Rodriguez, McCormick, Wong, Manea, Birdie, Rosario, Parker, Beck, Wynn, Pepiot, Thomas, rookie pitchers, and Rogers. And that's the Heritage portion of this break. I'll take a quick look and see if I missed any of the short prints. what I'm looking for. Apparently, the Cole Win is an image variation. It says image over the number. Never would have guessed that. All right, so this is apparently a image variation Cold Win. That says image on the back. So, interesting. All right, Tops Now. Road to opening day. So I think they kind of did these as replacement products too for the opening day boxes. Although they did do celebrations and all that other stuff. So there was no true opening day box this year. But like I said, the autos looked good. It does come with one low numbered. So all right. So now Lori has the Yankees for the next 2 boxes. All right. So this is what I got. It's called Road to the Opening Day, Tops Now. It's a 10-card pack. Come on. There we go. It has 1 gold foil parallel 25, 1 on-card autograph, and 8 base cards. So is that a redemption? Huh. We have a redemption in this one. Oh my. That could be interesting. All right. Here you go. There's one for Lori. Anthony Velope, Tops Now. Trevor Story. Edouard Julian. Tescar Hernandez. Michael Wacha. Jonathan Cannon. Carlos Correa. Where's the gold foil? Oh, the gold foil's in the back. Okay, this is going to be the gold foil back here. Gunnar Henderson. Your gold foil to 25 is a rookie. 15 of 25 for Sean Burke for the White Sox. Coming out of the mini. Going to Dennis. Nice. All right. And Tops Now. Redemption. Congratulations. You are due to receive. What the heck? That's different. Tops Now. Road Opening Day Baseball. Autograph card. Green parallel. Not sure which one that is. Of. Trying to figure out if I can tell the name before we get there. Not sure. Reese Hines for the Cincinnati Reds. I'm wondering if these cards, like, nobody's actually signed them yet, and so every one of the autographs is going to be a redemption. I don't know. I got another pack. We'll find out. So Reese Hines autograph for the Reds, and which is also going to Lori, and the Sean Burke to 25. I mean, it's a quick pack, but I mean, it's an auto and a numbered card to 25. So if you had an Ellie De La Cruz or a Jackson Holiday or something, that would have been those would have both been big cards. Technically, it's our lowest numbered card of the night so far. So that one's going for Lori. All right. We'll place one of our $6.99 cards with that. Okay. And Tribute. We have been very fortunate with our Tribute case so far. There have been some really bad Tribute cases. We've had 2 very good breaks. We've had that Skeens auto. We had that Vlad Jr. auto from the last one. So here's hoping we continue to have good boxes. I sold one of the Tribute boxes I sold at the shop. The guy pulled a, what was he showing me? It was, a Bobby Witt Jr. patch auto. I think it was numbered to 75. Pretty nice. All right, here we go. Here is your Tribute. I'm not even going to try to organize these this time. We're just going to go. Here we go. Topps Tribute. Kobe Mayo for the Baltimore Orioles. Back card. Tony Gwynn for the Padres. Nice Tony Gwynn. First card coming out of the gate is going to be stand up. For the Houston Astros. 86. Nope. Of 99. It is a Jose Altuve Yordan Alvarez dual patch. Game used memorabilia. Where's the trash can? For the Houston Astros. They have been hiding a little bit. A lot of teams have been hiding. They need to come out and show themselves now. Need to get some more 168s. Let's grab some more 168 top loaders here. I'm low. Oh, wait. 168. There we go. Yeah, so two baseball breaks I'm looking forward to. National Treasures goes first off the line next week. Not thrilled with where they're doing the drop times. They're doing it from 1500 and the floor is 550. We're working on trying to get a full sealed case of National Treasures. All right. All right, next out of the gate, pack 2. Nice one for Lori. How about an Aaron Judge? Very nice. Should be an auto on this one. It's thin enough for it. Back card, Shohei Ohtani. Not numbered. And this one. Ooh, Washington Nationals. 67 of 75. Looks like a pit. No, it's a hitter. That is a nice James Wood rookie autograph. On-card autograph, too. 67 of 75. Going to the Nats. Billy Ryan. Nice pickup there. They hung out for a while. We'll see if my theory about the Braves holds true, that they hit in every box. I've yet to see a tribute box not have a Braves card. Bryce Harper. Christian Yelich. Second card. Is it this way? Oh, I guess it's this way. Come on. Focus. Focus. Oh, this could be something. 48 of 50. Still not on the choice. This is a, oh my. For the San Francisco Giants. This is one of the chase cards in here. Barry Bonds. Wow. That was out of the combo spot, too. Kathy, is that Kathy? That's a big card. Barry Bonds hasn't signed autographs in a long time. That's an on-card autograph of Barry Bonds. 48 of 50. Wow. It's even a little inflated. Just kidding. Barry Bonds on-card autograph. Nice one for Kathy. Super nice card for you. steroid free too. I'll be taking a picture and posting that to the group tonight. I tell you, we've done some really good. I mean, not just something. You got a really good card. I kind of look that up, see what they're going for. I feel like those Barry Bonds cards are doing fairly well. Let me just see. Comparison. Tribute. Barry Bonds auto. No. There's no way they're going for that much. People got to be. I would. The Black 101 sold for $4,000. All of the cards currently available on eBay are selling for $2,500 or $4,500 or $4,000. There are no other Barry Bonds on there. We would be the only auction for a Barry Bonds on there. That could be a couple $1,000 card if we list it, Kathy. So, yes, if you want me to list it, I would probably list it because it's hot right now. And you might get a crap ton of money out of this one. Done. You got it. I will get that listed up. I'll set it to go up at 7 o'clock tomorrow, 7:30 tomorrow, and that'll be in prime time. Put it on a 5-day auction, and I'll post it in the group. Wow. I was not expecting it to be that much. That's huge. Like, that's seriously huge. All right. Wow. Okay. Yeah, that happened. Juan Soto and Mike Piazza. Still a little dumbfounded on that one. For the Phillies, $4.99 for 99 of 150. Bryce Harper, nice for the Phillies, going to Dennis. That is an authentic game used memorabilia. Super nice. I'm gonna have my wife to make that one on TikTok. She's slacking. That one's definitely going to have to go up on the social media pages. Wow. No, he hasn't. And that's why I think it's part of the reason why it's so popular. And because Tribute is like the only product out there right now, I think is why it's also going for so much. But holy cow, I wasn't expecting it to be that much. Maybe a couple $100, but not thousands. Oof. All right, here we go. Next. Donnie Baseball, Don Mattingly, 68 and 99. Mookie Betts. And for Laurie, for the Yankees. Oh, man. Could this be a huge hit, too? We haven't seen the Yankees come out in a while. Number to 1, it's 4 of 150. Number 4 hit a bunch of times tonight. Come on. Focus. These eyes, I feel like I've seen these eyes before. But I could be wrong. Nope, I think I'm wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. Luis Gil, that's right. Yeah, that's 4 of 150 for Laurie. Luis Gill, last year's Rookie of the Year. 14. That was 14. No, it's 4. 4 of 150. He's playing tricks on me. Man, I can't believe that. I'm still kind of shell-shocked on that value of that card. Holy cow. I don't even... I'll have to talk to Nick because we haven't actually gotten Laurie's Ohtani back yet, and I had that up at like a $2,000 or $3,000 card. What yours sells for has a possibility to take the lead in the most valuable card we've pulled this year, which means you also get a free hobby box if you do that. All right, for the Brooklyn Dodgers, Roy Campanella, 7 of 150. Nope, no one at number 7. Back card is Ichiro for the Mariners. So let's see, have we hit all our autos? We had the Barry Bonds. Yep, so we've hit all our autos because we had the James Wood, the Barry Bonds, Luis Gill, Bryce Harper, and the Astros. So this should be a relic card. It is, I think it's this way. Oh, it's this way. Wow, Bryce Harper hit twice. For the Phillies, again, 140 of 199 game used memorabilia, City Connect. Yeah, it's 48 of 50 for the Barry Bonds. Tributaries. Phillies hit twice in that one. Yeah, I can do that. I'm going to take a picture of it once we finish this break and post it to the group too. So... all right, and that is your you can't ignore that value though. 140 of 199. All right, and that is your baseball break. We have one more box of tribute. We've had 3 tribute boxes, and we've had 3 really good tribute boxes. Oh, absolutely. All right, give me a second. I'm going to cycle up here all of the short prints so we can do a recap. One second. But I do thank everybody for getting into the breaks. Schedule will drop tomorrow. Again, Lisa will be your breaker Monday and probably Wednesday. And then I'll be back on Friday. Probably a little bit slower on the breaks for Monday and Wednesday, but we'll still have some good ones. All right. Edward Rodriguez, white border. Jackson Holiday, base. Cam Eden, short print. Brenton Doyle, short print. Yamamoto, base rookie. Jordan Montgomery, short print. Paul Skeens, base rookie. Jazz Chisholm, short print. Brandon Fatt, short print. Jackson Merrill, base rookie. Amaga, base rookie. Cy Young Award winner Garrett Cole. Jackson Churio, base rookie. Mini rookie pitchers. Anthony Molina, black and white, short print. Tommy Murphy, 1975, true card. Jack Leiter to 699. Paul Zhang, short print. Amaga, short print. Skeens, base. Acuna, perfectly programmed. Cole Winn, image variation. Addison Barger, white border. Wyatt Langford, base rookie. Jackson Churio, rookie performers. We had the Sean Burke to 25. We had the Brian Hudson on-card auto to 75, hand number to 75. Alvarez and Altuve to 99. Javier Baez to 699. Jake Cronenworth to 225. Jake Berger to 650. Lamonte Wade Jr. to 75. Bryce Harper to 150. Bryce Harper to 199. 2 Bryce Harpers. Oof. Autographs were Reese Hines from the Topps Now set. green parallel. James Wood to 75. I mean, that's two. There's technically 3 really good autographs. 2 definitely. Luis Gil to 150, and clearly the monster of the night. Holy cow. Barry Bonds. I thought it was a Mariners helmet on there, and then I'm like, wait a second. Barry Bonds. 48 of 50. Yowzers, for sure. All right, that is your breaks for this evening. Thank you all very much for getting in on the breaks. Hope you all have a great weekend, and we will catch you. I will have the schedule up for tomorrow. Again, Lisa's going to have you Monday and Wednesday. You'll have me back on Friday. I'll assist from the peanut gallery. But I hope you all have a great weekend and enjoy the weather getting warmer. And otherwise, we will catch you all later.